Hi everybody, my name's Tyler Croft. I am the Digital Marketing Manager at a division of GE called GE Intelligent Platforms in Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm an ECLP alumni from the class of 2007, which means I started GE in 2005 after I graduated from the University of Texas McCombs School of Business. So I went through a lot of the same journey a lot of you guys are probably on right now, and I'm just going to talk today a little bit from the perspective of the alumni, what I have seen through the ECLP program, and a few other thoughts that I've had. So starting out, why did I come to GE? When I looked around at all the different options for the places I could go, I knew that GE would give me the biggest breadth of experience and invest in me, and at the same time, I could be passionate about the products and services that GE offered. It was a win-win combination, so it really made a very simple decision for me. Coming off into the ECLP program, I did rotations first in GE Silicones in Waterford, New York. And my role there was to take a product which they currently had, it was developed, and it did very, very well in a very particular small niche industry. And my role was to go out and figure out where else they could sell that product. So I went and did some market assessments, did a lot of brainstorming, tried to find market numbers, talked to a number of potential customers, and came up with some recommendations of new places where they could sell that product. I also did a rotation in GE Plastics in Detroit, Michigan. At that time, there was a big consolidation effort trying to make all of the GE businesses that sold to the automotive industry work well together. And so I was part of the team that was trying to consolidate a lot of the industry sales efforts, saying, hey, GE Plastics, GE Silicones, GE Inspection Technologies, GE Lighting, GE Water, they're all selling to the automotive industries. Let's play better together and give a bigger one GE focus. I also did a rotation in GE Intelligent Platforms, which at that time was a joint venture called GE Fanuc. And my role at that time was business process mapping. They were doing a huge upgrade of business process systems, both their CRM system and their SAP manufacturing system, almost at the same time. And there was a lot of confusion going on and a lot of, why doesn't this work? So I got called in somewhat because I was a new, fresh perspective, and also because I was a fresh body that they needed somebody on a hot project. Go quick! And my job and my role was to go in, map out some of these processes and make sure that they lined up with some of the new implementations that went together. So of those three, I ended up in 2007 taking a full-time job in GE Intelligent Platforms. I live here in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is central Virginia. Beautiful rolling hills, wonderful town. It's the home of the University of Virginia, founded by Thomas Jefferson, early American statesman and amazing man. And it's just really an ideal place. Intelligent Platforms makes products which helps factories and utilities to become more automated. So think about your local wastewater plant. You probably don't spend a lot of time thinking about that one, but if you just go with me for 10 seconds here, they have a lot of processes which happen automatically every time they add soda ash, every time they add calcium carbonate, every time they're filtering stuff. It's all automated. Local utility with smart grid. We're playing huge in smart grid as utilities become more automated. And everything from your Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal manufacturing line to oil of Olay to olives and high-tech machinery, including Boeing and Nissan, some big, big things. So my first role coming off of the program was as a product marketing manager. As a product marketing manager, I had line of responsibility for a specific segment of products, and that segment I needed to tell the story. I was essentially the chief storyteller for that segment of products. And I had to set a marketing strategy for that segment of products and then work with our marketing communications group to get that story told out to the marketplace. I did that role for about 3 years, and then recently in July of this past year, I took a new role, which is the digital marketing manager for GE Intelligent Platforms. The digital marketing manager's role is to tell the story digitally and all the exciting and new ways that we can do it with a online presence. How can we make it easier for our customers to find us online? Very exciting and fun things to do. We've got a lot of different projects going on, and as you probably all know, digital is the way of the future. So that's what I've been doing. It's been a lot of fun. I've seen such benefits from the ECLP program, both in terms of my strengths and weaknesses getting both elevated. I get to use my strengths and I get to overcome some of my weaknesses. The rotations help me to figure out where in GE I would fit in best. And at the same time, develop this amazing network of people that I can call on at any given time around the world. I routinely call my friends in other businesses when I have questions and needs about the ECLP program. There's one other thing I just wanted to talk to you about today. It's not something you hear a lot about recruiting, but it's something that I have found concern people quite a bit when it comes to the rotational program. You see, no matter who you are, the rotation program can scare people because of relationships. So here is marketing guy talking about relationships, trying to get that emotion going. But here's my thought process. Just one piece of advice. Whether you're single, committed, and your partner is planted somewhere, or you're committed and your partner is mobile, you have to have a plan for a rotation program. Because at the end of the day, no matter how hard you work, you go home. And if you're in the single category, chances are the weekends you're going to want to do something, and in the evenings you're going to want to know people in the new city that you're in. If you're committed and your partner is planted, you may have to work out a plan for where you'll want to end up in 2 years, and make sure that that's something that's feasible and logical within the GE world. Whether there's a headquarters location or something else that would work. At the same point, you've got to make sure you know, how can we do this? Are we going to do Skype? Are we going to do Google Talk? Are we going to go back and forth every other weekend, every weekend? What's that plan to make it work? If you're committed and mobile, in my situation, I had a wife with 2 small children. She was happy to come along with me on each of the rotations, as she was a stay-at-home mom, but we decided we needed a plan to make sure that we could meet people every time we went somewhere. Now, every city has a different feel and aspect, but excuse me, almost all of them have some sort of mothers groups, play groups. You go to the local gym and meet people. You go to a church, you meet people there. Some way that you can get involved and so that you can meet people. It really can be scary if you don't go in with a plan. But that's my piece of advice ending up here for the ECLP program. It's fantastic. As you're thinking about it, don't forget to make a plan for how you'll do relationships in the rotation process. Thanks so much.